And now it's time for story time with Tim.
This is story time with Tim. I'm Tim. So today, we're going to talk about the Three Little Pigs.
Hey, wait, Tim, do you got your book?
What book?
The Three Little Pigs.
Books are for losers.
This is a public service announcement. The opinion of Tim Morgan that books are for losers is intended to be entirely satirical and not reflective in nature of the authentic feelings held by Tim Morgan regarding literature, spoken word, and the written form of linguistics. Tim Morgan holds well-read individuals in high regard and commends them for their diligence in language art and comprehension. In other words, it is a joke. Books are for winners. This has been a public service announcement. Thank you.
All right, well, go ahead.
All right, so, where to start? There was these three pigs. There was this one pig, he's kind of lazy. Then his brother, he was really cheap. Then the other brother, he's a pretty solid guy, knew what to do. So, anyway, mom and dad finally kicked them out. So they had to go on, build their own houses and stuff. So the first pig, the lazy one, he goes and he sees his hay and he's like, hey, I could build my house out of hay. So that's what he does. Takes him like 5 minutes, house out of hay. Well, it's pretty cool. Gets inside of it, in the shade, he's done. So while all that's going on is the cheap brother, you know, he works a little bit harder, but he's cheap. He won't spend the money on the good stuff. He finds these sticks, and he's like, ooh, I'm going to build mine out of sticks. They're cheap. Ta-da! But, it's, you know, it's better than hay, like the loser over there. So, he builds this out of sticks. Well, that third brother, the smart one, the hard-working one, the real industrious one, he's like, all right, if I'm going to build a house, let's do it right. Spend the money on the good stuff. Let's build it out of bricks. So he goes and gets like 2 pallets of bricks and builds a house. It's great, all right, nice and solid. So about that time, here comes the big bad wolf. Yeah, the big bad wolf's the bad guy in a lot of these stories. They really need to change it up a little. But anyway, I'm getting off track. Big bad wolf. He goes to the first pig's house and he's like, hey man, come outside. I'm gonna eat you, I'm hungry. And the pig's like, nah man, I don't think so. He's like, look, you either come outside or I'm gonna blow your house down. He's like, man, I don't think you can blow my house down. Wolf's like, bet. So he huffs and puffs and blows his house down. There's straw going everywhere. It's a mess. Well, you know, lazy pig, he was lazy, but he wasn't stupid. He used the time all that straw was in there, and he took off running. Wolf didn't catch him in time. He made it up to the cheap brother's house. Ran inside. Cheap brother's like, man, what are you doing? He's like, I'm hiding. He's like, hiding from what? And he's like, the big bad wolf. And about that time, I hear the big bad wolf outside. Hey, y'all come on out here. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat you. Well, then the cheap pig, he's like, man, you didn't do a real good job of hiding. Bruh. And he says to the wolf, hey man, nah, I ain't coming out there. And the wolf says, nah, look, you come on out here, I'm gonna knock your house down, I'm gonna eat you. And the cheap pig says, nah, you ain't gonna do that.
Oh, no! No!
And the wolf says, all right, bet. So he rears back and it didn't work. So now the wolf got a little bit mad. So he rears back with his foot and just kicks the side of the house. It falls down, sticks go everywhere. Here again, one of them was lazy, one of them was cheap, but they weren't stupid. So they took off running. Well, now the wolf's over there tripping on sticks and stuff. He's like falling all over the place. Well, they both hightail it over to the smart brother's house, you know, the one that built his house right. They go running inside. And, smart brother's like, what are y'all doing here? They're like, we're running from the big bad wolf. They're like, well, so you run to my house? I'm like, yeah, man. Well, y'all ain't gonna stay here. I'm like, we're gonna stay here long enough for this wolf to leave.
Got him! Got him!
So the wolf comes outside and he's like, hey, man, y'all need to come on out here. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat you. And the smart brother's like, no, I don't want to do that today. Big Bad Wolf says, all right, if you don't come out here, I'm gonna blow your house down. And Smart Pig says, no, he ain't gonna do that. Wolf says, yeah, bet. So he rears back and he blows. Nothing.
Wait a minute.
He kicks. He breaks a few toes. Nothing. And he punches the side of the house. Dude's got anger issues at this point. Nothing. So here's this wolf out there, out of breath, got a broke toe, got a broke hand. At this point, he give up. He started looking over at Grandma's house. That's another story for another day, children. So, appreciate y'all listening. This has been Story Time with Tim.
This has been Story Time with Tim.